There's no place like Nome. Max's quiet dinner with Bombay, her feline overlord, was shattered by the doorbell. It was Mabel. Her arrival was welcome as a tax audit. Bombay, a furry crescent of disdain, remained unimpressed. Max sighed. Honestly, Bombay, she muttered, who dares? And do they bring wine? Through the peephole, Mabel's slightly unhinged silhouette danced. Max considered hiding, but Mabel's knocking escalated to an aggrieved woodpecker's thud. Opening the door a crack, Max stated, Mabel, I'm having a quiet dinner. A one-person and one highly critical cat dinner. Mabel, black Victorian dress askew and a smudge of glittery, dried blood on her cheek, nudged the door open. Mags, darling, you simply must help. Remember that little incident with the spectral squirrels? You owe me. Max's eyebrow rose. Funny. What I recall is saving you from a public exorcism involving a garden hose and a very confused vicar. Oh, Max, but this is far worse. Joffrey's turned all the local garden gnomes into sentient, singing, perpetually weeping statues, demanding artisanal cheese. Mabel wrung her hands. Joffrey, of course, and gnomes craving artisanal cheese. Mabel nodded vigorously. Oh, they're very particular. Truffle notes or an aged cheddar. None of that plastic wrap nonsense for them. They won't stop weeping until they get it. Why, the neighborhood's a soggy mess of tiny, tear-stained gnomes wailing show tunes. Fine, Max sighed. But you're buying the next round of ethically sourced organic catnip for Bombay. And so the pair arrived to absolute chaos. Lawns teemed with weeping, singing gnomes, a mournful rendition of memory from cats filling the air. A crowned gnome conducted the lament with a miniature waterlogged baton. Max surveyed the scene like a seasoned chaos manager. Pulling an ornate silver whistle from her cardigan, she declared, Mabel, distract the lead weeper. Tell him about your rogue knitting needles incident. Mabel, eager to recount a dramatic tale, launched into a monologue. Mags then blew the whistle, a high-frequency sound only certain unhinged creatures could hear. From a nearby bush emerged a swarm of tiny, aggressive, cheese-loving pixies. They descended not with violence, but with pungent dairy gifts. The gnomes, startled by the cheesy onslaught, instantly forgot their tears, scrambling to protect their stony heads from Bree and Gouda. The mournful singing ceased, replaced by tiny indignant squeaks and blissful munching. Well, Mag said, dusting her hands. That takes care of the cheese problem, and the weeping, and thankfully the singing. Mabel stared wide-eyed. You unleash the cheese pixies? Mag smirked. When you need a job done right, Mabel, one calls upon the most fiercely dedicated dairy distributors in the whole realm. Back in Mags's living room, Bombay was unfazed, probably dreaming of tuna, and probably not pixies or cheese-loving gnomes. Mags sipped her coffee. Mabel, perched precariously, held a dubious crimson liquid. So, Mabel said, what exactly was this favor I owed you? Mags merely winked at her vampire comrade.